Hi friends, this is Leela. So welcome to my channel. If you are coming first time to my channel, if you are not subscribed, so please subscribe to my channel. Please support me by subscribing to my channel. Now coming to this video, we will see about uh, getting data from the child component. That means in the previous video we have seen how to send the data from parent component to the child component by using input parameter. Okay, so by using this input custom property, we have seen how to send the data from parent component to the child component. So now what we need to do is we need to get the data from child component to the parent component. So vice versa, reverse cases. So now we have sent the data from parent to the child, but now we need to get the data from child to component, means child to parent component, means what we need to do. So here in this one what we did is, so the same thing. So what we have did, so I will close all the things. So now in the users component.html we are sending the data. So here each user data we are sending to this component. Okay, now if you go to this user component, here we are taking the data as an input. Why? Because that user data is coming as an input to this component, so that is the reason we have written the input. Now we need to send the data same thing from this component to the outside. So how we can send the data? Now what we will try to do is we will try to do the real-time logic. Now the output what we have right now is, this is the output. Now here if I try to add any data, here automatically it is getting added. Why? Because this one is all one component and this is another component. Okay, what we will try to do is we will try to divide this component to a separate component. Now that means, so if you go to users component, here in this user.component.html, I will make it separate this component, so that the component name will be add-user or add user component. So in this users component you will be having a group of component, that is means add user component and the app-user component. Now what we need to do is, so add user component will have to send the data to the users component, so that users component will send the data to the user component. We will do like this. Okay, now let's try to create a component here. Now what I will try to do is ngGC add user. I will create a new component, add user. So let it create that add user component. So if after creating the add-user component, so add user component has been created. So now what I will try to do is I will try to take this in this HTML. I will try to take this all the data, okay, all the HTML, and I will try to paste it here. Okay, so we will try to add this all the things. So now what I will try to do is, here I will try to do the app-add-user. So this is the component name what we will have. So if you want to see the component name, you can see it here directly in the here in the app add user component.ts. You'll be able to see that component name. Now we have added app-user add as user as a separate component. Now let's go to this one. So we are having some errors. Let's try to. So we are having username here. So let's declare username in this variable here. So now username of type string. Okay. Now completed. Now what we'll try to do is, so here let's remove this one. Okay. So for the time being, let's remove this one. Now let's try to see the output. If you try to see the output, now we got the same output only. But here if you see in the augury, okay, you are having users component. Okay, users component. So I will try to refresh this one and I will try to open it again, so that it will be very clear. It will refresh, augury also will refresh. Now if I go to the augury, here you are having a users component. In this users component you are having one component, that is add user component. So still we didn't get this user component. Why? Because user components, no user is there right now. So now if we go to the augury, so we have created add user component, and if I try to add anything data in this one, so username will be in this add user component. I need to send this username to the users component, child to the parent, so that this users component will send data to the single user component. So now right now if I click here, nothing happens. Why? Because so we have not written any input, any click operator or anything. So we have not written anything. So now what we'll try to do is, we will try to use click is equal to, we'll write on user added. Okay, So I will try to use the same method. So now what I will try to do is I will try to save this one and I will go to add user code component.ts and I will create here on user added. So now what I need to do, whenever a user is added, I need to save it in the users list array, so that users list array will be looping. So like that it will be looping. So users list array where you are having in the users component.ts. In this parent you are having the users list. Now you can remove this username. Why? Because it is using separately in that one. So now you can remove this one also. Why? Because you are not having this method, right? You are not having on user added method has been shifted into the add user component. Now somehow you need to add this added username into the users list. That means what we need to do is, so we need to get the data from app-add-user and we need to store it in the users list. So we don't have that users list array here. So how we can send the data? So whenever we are sending a data, we need to emit the data from child component. We need to emit the data to the parent component. So how we can emit is, so here you can add a custom event. Okay, this one is called as an event. So that means, so now we will add something like user added. So this is a custom event. So new event emitter. Okay, now event emitter, it should be auto imported from the Angular core. So what type of data we are sending? Right now we are sending only the string data. Okay, so this is how we will be creating a new event emitter. So now what we need to do is, so previously we are getting data from the parent component. So that is the reason we have written input. So now we are sending the data. So we are outputting the data. So that means we need to write the output here. So if you write output here, output user added new event emitter. So now what you are doing is, so think of this user added is nothing but what you can think of it is a custom event. Custom event means now browser we are having some events, click event, on mouse move event. These all events is there, right? So like that only we are creating a custom event. We are creating our own event, same like click operator analysis. We are creating a new event. That event name is nothing but user added. So that means, so here what you can do is, so here you can write something like you are writing click event like this, right? So in the same scenario, I have created a new event, so that event name is user added. Okay, user added. So when this event is invoked, so please execute the method, whatever the method you want in your users component, you can execute the method. Okay, so what we are trying to do is, so this one app-add-user. So this event is present in the app-add-user. So that means here if you go here, the user added is the new event emitter we have here. So this is the custom event. So now what I need to do is, so when I need to invoke this event, so that means when I need to execute this function, whenever the user is a new user has been added, we need to invoke this event so that non-user added method will be invoked. So now here, so when this one will be added is when the button is clicked only, we need to emit the event. So how we can emit that one? So like this dot user added dot emit. Okay, dot emit, and we need to send the data. So I will be sending that this dot username, whatever the data I am having, this dot username. I am sending the data this dot username. So I send the data this dot username. Now if you try to check here, now here I need to get the data. So we can get the data using $event. Okay. So browser for the click event and for click event or anything, browser will input event, click event will be there, right? Browser will be sending the event. So that event will be the browser event, right? So now this user added is our custom event. So we will be sending the event data. So that is but the custom data only. So this event we are sending only, that is a string only. There the browser will be sending the event object. Here we are sending the string data. So now here user component. So here you will be having the event. After we know that it is a type of string, you can add it as a string. Now what I will try to do here. So same method I will try to execute, and here I can use the event. So this dot users list dot push of event. So here I can use the same thing. I am pushing the event. Now if I try to execute the data here, if I try to save and if I try to execute this one, If I try to execute this one, so now if I write here, if I click here, so I got the same thing. So I have pressed it twice, so that is the reason it comes. So now if I click here, you are getting the same C. Okay. So now what we have sent, so here you are having the users component, and if you close it and if you open it again, you agree will be refreshed again. Okay, here you are having the user components. Each user component will be having the data. Okay, this is how we can send the data using output parameters. So that means, so what we have did here, simple. We have created a new component with the name add user, and we have other user component, and between these both add user and the user component is existing in the users component. So users component, so this is the parent component. So add user, whenever a user is added here, we need to send the data to the users component. So we are sending the data through a custom event. So, okay, as an with an output property custom event, we are sending this one, and this users event is sending it as a input property to the user event. Okay, so now what we have did here. So if you go to the add user component, so we have created an output event. So we have created a custom event emitter, user added. Whenever the user clicks on the button, so we are emitting that event. So we need to catch that event. So if we need to catch that event, here what we have written, on user added, we have used on user added. So whenever the event emitter is emitted, immediately this method will be executed. If you see here in the users.component.ts, on user added, this event will be emitted, and here we are getting the event. That event is nothing but what we are sending the data here. In the add user component is there, what we are sending the data here, that will be captured in the event here. What we can say here, we can take the event as a data. Okay, whatever we are sending the data, that will be coming as here. Now I am directly pushing that in the users list, so that automatically Angular will send that users list to the here app user again ngFor will be invoked, and in ngFor it will loop over and it will send the each user to here, each user to that component. So this is how we can, vice versa, we can send the data as an input. Just remember that one, sending data from parent to child means you need to use it as input parameter. Getting the data from child to parent means you need it as a output parameter. So first time it will be very confusing. So if you go on practicing this one, you will be understanding the difference between both these both input and output parameters. Okay. So you this is the thing. So this is what about the input and output properties. So in the communicating of the between the components. So in the Angular. If you have any doubts or any suggestions, please post the comments below to this video. And if you like this video, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Thank you.